You've been walking for hours. The wind outside has teeth, and up ahead, finally, a cave mouth, dry, sheltered, exactly what you need. You duck inside, relief already washing over you. Then, your torch catches something in the back of the chamber. Something breathing. Something the size of two men stacked on top of each other, curled up asleep against the wall you were about to walk toward. This exact moment, a person, a cave bear already inside it, happened over and over for tens of thousands of years, across an entire continent. And what people actually did next tells you almost everything about how they survived at all. First, understand exactly what you're looking at. A cave bear standing on its hind legs could reach 3.5 meters tall, more than twice your height. It could weigh over 500 kilograms. This wasn't a bear you fought for fun, or even for food, if there was any way around it. Your spear? It might slow the bear down. It was never going to reliably stop it. Every real advantage you had came down to one thing: whether the bear was awake. And this is where the story gets interesting, because most of the time, when people found a bear like this, it wasn't awake at all. Cave bears hibernated through the exact same brutal winters that sent you looking for shelter in the first place, which meant the animal that could kill you in seconds was, most of the time, unconscious a few meters away. So, what do you actually do? In most cases, almost nothing dramatic at all. You back away, quietly. You find a different corner of the same cave, or a different cave nearby, and you wait the bear out. Fire helped, not as a weapon, as a boundary. A sleeping bear wasn't looking for a fight, and a small fire, kept burning through the night, was usually enough to keep a distance neither of you wanted to cross. This is the actual, unglamorous truth behind one of the strangest facts in prehistoric archaeology. Entire families of humans and entire cave bear populations used the exact same caves for the exact same reason, sometimes only weeks apart. And the physical evidence of it is still sitting on cave floors today. Walk into France's Chauvet Cave today and you'll find roughly 150 cave bear skeletons on the floor. You'll also find bear paw prints and sleeping hollows still pressed into the clay, right next to human footprints and paintings of the very same bears on the walls above them. Now, here's where the story took a wrong turn for almost 100 years. In 1917, in a Swiss cave called Drachenloch, a researcher named Emil Beckler found bear skulls stacked neatly inside little stone boxes. One skull even had another bear's leg bone jammed straight through its cheek. His explanation? An ancient religion, a cult built around worshipping the cave bear. The idea was electric. It made it into textbooks, sparked decades of debate, and even inspired a best-selling novel. For most of the 20th century, ancient humans worshipped bears in secret shrines was treated as basically settled fact. It wasn't. Go back to that same cave with modern tools, and the shrine falls apart completely. Dripping water shifts bones over centuries. Ceiling slabs collapse and scatter them. Scavengers drag pieces around, and cave bears themselves, digging their own nests year after year, push older bones into exactly the kind of arranged patterns Beckler mistook for religion. No priests, no ritual, just physics, water, and bears being bears. But before you assume every bear skull story turned out fake, there's one that didn't. Deep in Chauvet Cave, one single skull sits placed deliberately on top of a flat rock in the center of a chamber. Not swept there by water, not dragged there by a scavenger. Placed. Someone walked into that room, carrying that skull, and set it down exactly where they wanted it. Researchers studying it in 2015 agree. This one is real. Not a whole religion, but a real, specific human choice made by a real person who clearly saw that animal as something worth marking. So if it wasn't a hunting cult that ended the cave bear, what did? The likeliest answer isn't dramatic at all, and that might be exactly why it's true. As humans spread further into Europe, they kept needing the same caves cave bears depended on to survive winter. Cave bears couldn't just improvise a new den anywhere. They needed the same kind of specific sheltered spaces people kept moving into first. Some researchers think this might be one of the earliest documented cases of one species pushing another toward extinction, not with a single spear, but by simply needing the same address. So, what actually happened when a person found a cave bear already living inside? Usually, nothing dramatic. A quiet retreat, a small fire, a long, patient wait through winter, in the same rooms, season after season, for thousands of years. The one time it wasn't quiet, a single skull, placed on purpose, might be the most human moment in the whole story. That's your OHpedia for today. If this made you go, huh, I never knew that, share it with someone whose brain you like.